But I'm a woman's man, no time to talk. Hey! Well, this is, you know, I I wasn't necessarily going to talk about it, and I actually had 15 free minutes to do it, so I figured, what the heck, I might as well. I mean, for those of you that are still around, that have been suffering with me while I have to do all this schoolwork and stuff. Anyway, the thing I'm getting to is the drug testing or the failed drug tests of a couple fighters, and I'll go over Lamont Peterson first, and then I'll go over Andre Berto. And when you start looking at this stuff, there are a lot of people that'll jump on and go, "Hey man, Lamont Peterson was just taking a supplement because, he was supplementing his testosterone because he has low testosterone." Okay, that means you're not, that happens with age. As you get older, you start losing testosterone. It doesn't stay with you as higher levels, and it's natural that your testosterone levels would drop. Now, if you're a fighter and this happens, maybe it's time you gotta go. Happens to everybody eventually. If everybody had freakishly high levels of testosterone and stuff like that, you wouldn't really be like aging as much. You know what I mean? Well, you look awesome at 50, but you'd be dead at 51. That kind of thing. That's why you don't see a whole lot of power lifters and bodybuilders and all them dudes living to be 80. Most of them die pretty early because eventually, you're going to burn out your engine. Anyway, getting away from that, he failed both tests. So this wasn't like, oh, yeah, the first test was contaminated. No, he failed both tests. And they were, admittedly, they were spread out a little bit farther apart than should have been, but at the same time, he still failed the tests. When you look at it, was a synthetic testosterone. And when you're looking at, he admitted that he was taking this before he fought Khan. Now, the first fight in October. And when this happens, or when you start to think about that, fighters are offered numerous times to come clean as to whether or not they're taking anything that may come up on the drug test. And if you're taking testosterone before a drug test, you think you would say it. They're like, well, we didn't think it would have any effect. No, you got caught taking testosterone, and now you're backtracking. Everything was cool. You took the title, you held it up in the air. You didn't say, oh, by the way, I've been taking a testosterone supplement, and it only shows up if your testosterone levels go above what is viewed as the norm. And we're not talking like, hey, it's like a point above the norm. It's like 4 times the amount. So if you're 4 times the amount of the average man, average man is 1 to 1. If you're 4 times the amount and that sets it off, sorry, bro, that's not supplement, that's abuse. And, he could have asked for a medical exemption before the fight if, in fact, he was at a 1 to 1 or within the level, under a 2. But he didn't, and they thought they were just going to sneak through, So how legit is that low testosterone claim? When and like I said, he had numerous opportunities. And the fact that he admitted to taking this before the fight with Amir Khan, I think automatically should strip. And as a matter of fact, I'm asking that question to you. Do you think he should be stripped of the titles and have to return those to Khan and have that win changed to a no contest or a, it's completely basically stricken off the record? So I'll leave that for you guys to decide. All right? And I know I said I was going to get an Andre Berto one, but I think maybe that'll be a separate discussion because I'm going to bring some Victor Conte crap in, and we'll go from there. So on this one, I will leave you with that. With the question there is, do you think Peterson should be stripped of his titles, completely, and have that loss on Khan's record stricken from the record as well? Okay? Well, hey, this is Bigragu. Mao.